We're about to go on a 3 days long journey from the hottest part of Italy to the coldest part of China. And we're bringing Mr. Coconut with us. Now, Chinese pet import laws are very complex and the language is a little bit scary. It's also my first time in China, so I'm gonna share my impressions and the culture shock. This egg is very brown. You ready for pizza?
Okay, me.
Tomorrow we are leaving from Italy to Beijing. Let's see how that goes. I'm super excited. You're eating all the pizza. I want some too. Tomorrow, the second leg of the journey starts. Bye. So lucky because we just heard the news that the airport from which we departed yesterday, Catania, today was completely closed because of Etna eruptions. So just for one day we didn't miss everything. Now we're gonna buy some gifts for our Chinese little nieces and nephews. The last obstacle is the customs in China for the cat, but yeah. I think it's gonna be fine.
I think it's gonna be fine, yay! He's so excited.
I'm super excited.
Calm down, man.
I'm not coming down at all. I can't wait to eat my jiaozi.
That's you.
We made it through immigration, which was pretty easy and smooth. I'm very impressed by basically when they scanned my passport, the automatic voice directly in Italian told me how to put my fingerprints, which was like nice touch. After baggage claim, there would be customs control, and that's where we're supposed to declare Coco and show the health certificates and all the paperwork we talked about earlier. So let's see how that goes. Oh, another interesting thing, Beijing airport, to get to the baggage claim, you have to take a shuttle. So it's not right, you know, you walk a few meters like usual. You have to take a shuttle all the way there, and it's here, so we need to go catch it. Bye. We went through the immigration process for Coconut. We could have literally walked through the nothing to declare, and maybe they wouldn't have realized. They didn't give us any paper at all. They kept the original health certificate, and they gave us a copy because we need to fly domestically. So if you arrive in China, that international certificate is still valid for 72 hours. So we're gonna need to use that. Now we're really tired. You can probably see from our eyes. So is Coco. I'm gonna go grab my first cup of Chinese noodles. I see peanuts, I see some veggies, I see some looks very spicy. Sauerkraut,
veggies,
fermented stuff, and a brown egg. That brown egg?
Tea egg.
Tea egg. Let's see. So this is the brown egg I'm talking about. I don't know. If you didn't know, it was steamed or boiled in tea, and that's why the color, it would look pretty dodgy, but let's try. Well, I'm still not very good with chopsticks. Whoa, wow. This is good. It does have a little bit of a tea aftertaste, but it tastes like egg, but it's, wow, delicious. Oh, I want to try these noodles because they smell incredible. Look at that. Wow, that's delicious. How satisfying it is to raise all these noodles. We booked the hotel next to the airport of our departure tomorrow. Tomorrow we're departing very early to get to Jay's hometown, Harbin. But we just realized that we landed in another airport that is on the other side of Beijing. So it's gonna take us another 2 to 3 hours to get there. It's 60 miles or something. Good news is we got a Chinese Uber, a Didi, and it's just charging us like 20 euros for, yeah, almost 60 kilometers or like an insane distance, which is great. So let's see how the Chinese Didi compares with our Uber. Okay, that was a bit of a letdown. The Didi wasn't the futuristic Didi I expected, like super cool EV car. It was a normal car, which is fine, but it really reeked a lot like smoke. And when I got up a few minutes after, I could already feel it in my throat. And also coconut, like he's there. Also, coconut was quite uncomfortable. Halfway through, he couldn't help but light up another cigarette while we were sleeping, hoping we wouldn't notice. But then we woke up and he threw it out of the window immediately. It didn't make things better. I can't wait to sleep because I'm exhausted. And am I the only one exhausted? Oh, she's already closing the curtains. The airline we're flying with, Air China, has very strict restrictions when it comes to the carrier. The carrier has to have metal bars on all sides and have certain specifications. It's very, very tricky. Picture that we are outside of Beijing. We are in Daxing. We're like tens of kilometers outside of Beijing. We thought we could just, go to the airport, get an airport shop and get that carrier, or walk to a nearby pet store and get that carrier, but turns out not many pet stores have that type of carrier at all. I had a contact of a pet importing agency. I called this person and asked them if they could please help us figure out how to get a carrier in Beijing at this time by 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. This was at 5 p.m. so in less than 12 hours have it. And she gave us a contact of a shop on Taobao, which is the Chinese Amazon, and told us, you know what, these guys are based in Beijing, they sell it online, they wouldn't be able to deliver it to you if you order it online, but maybe call them and see if they can some sort of arrange a delivery for you. And that's what we did. We called them and they basically put it on an Uber, and now they're sending it to us on an Uber. See, Jay is waving at him and he's gonna deliver us the carrier finally.
Oh my god.
We got it. Coco is not staying in Beijing. Wow. Woohoo! We got the carrier and now we're getting dinner.
Drove all the way from the town. It's like 60 kilometers away.
Wow. This guy on his tiny motorbike drove 60 kilometers to deliver this to us, and it was raining. The interesting marketing choice of the coffee cup. Jay, what does it say?
Because, well, basically they're marketing to working class. It's like, if you're a working class, it's important to make more money. Here, it basically says, if today you're working hard, you don't drink this, tomorrow your job is not safe.
It looked soft and fluffy, but it's actually flaky and kind of savory. Or maybe that's sweet for their standard. It's not for mine, like it's far from a cannolo, but it's okay. Is this supposed to be sweet or savory?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's both.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We like to add salt in sweet stuff. It cuts the sweetness,
Well, I guess I was right in both cases. I don't know.
You couldn't tell?
I couldn't tell if it was sweet or savory. Now I understand why Sicilian sweets are too sweet for Chinese people. Like, this is not sweet at all. A few notes on the airport. It's super sick. It's like so futuristic. The architecture is very cool, and security is very thorough. And yeah, everything is so high tech and clean.
Yeah, I wish they employ more robots. Like it would be nice.
I haven't seen a robot yet. If I see a robot,
we're
gonna
more
find.
in the north. Like south would be more like robotic. This is a very popular salted veggie. Grew up eating this. When you're eating plain rice or plain porridge, you just add a little bit of this. Literally just, it's not fermented, it's just salty. It's exactly the same. I really love it. I can eat it like this. It's like our olive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tastes familiar, but I don't know. Oh, it has very interesting consistency. That's yummy. Yeah, it does taste a bit like it's very salty. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
We saw coconut being handled separately by the luggage handlers. So we're going to baggage claim. 猫，小猫。
哦，看这个是这个哥哥家的猫。哦，好可爱哦！
哥哥。
它状态还好吗？Baby. Oh, baby, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. 因为它害怕。Baby, it's okay, you're back, you're back. 喂。
Jay's family welcomed me like a son, and when they took me out, we saw this. Turns out we arrived on the day of Ghost Festival. It's believed on this day ghosts are visiting the world of the living, and people burn this paper money thinking it will be transferred to them in the underworld so they can use it. The next day we had a very quick tour of Harbin, but this Russian city in China deserves a video on its own, and it's coming up next, so make sure you subscribe to follow our adventures.